Behind the scenes for the musical of the genre
All right,
project.
here we have our area set up for our musical genre project. You can see the lighting. Talent is out there doing some practice rehearsals. We have Tim
Hey,
here.
I'm the guy who's going to be talking over this, so hey.
That was me.
You can see our lighting set up. We have a 1K set up here on a double arm C-stand. It's going to simulate lighting from a street light. It'll cast down kind of a tent, almost like a street light. We have one of our God Oxes up high with a soft box, and inside it, behind the silk, we have a gel to create an orangish sun color. And then right out there by the gate, we have one more of the God Oxes with a purple filter, purple gel rather, to give us a nice even sunset look. There's talent over there doing practice.
Yeah, no worries.
This will be the bench for the location it is filmed.
I think I know where.
And this will be the view of our hopeful sunset.
Thank you, Nick. Nick is on behind the scene camera giving us some commentary.
Over here, we are getting the camera set up, the red, and it's going to be on a steady cam. You can see it set up here. It's pretty balanced considering the wind we have. And then the harness will go on Grant to do the steady cam operations.
You must find balance in the force. You must find balance in the force.
Indeed. Then we have David.
Hello.
Western professional. We have our viewing area set up.
You can see Sophie is our director. Grant is going to be running the camera because it's Steadicam.
You want daylight?
No, like to
We're
practice.
prepping. This is going to be a sunset shoot, so we have to get there early to set
They're
up.
rehearsing, so maybe we just move on to them getting hair and makeup without doing a rehearsal.
Yeah. As soon as you think they're ready, I'm ready. I mean,
This is about 2 hours prior to sunset. You can hear it was a very windy day.
I would flip it so it's. This is facing this direction. That tightens it, doesn't it?
No, it's loosening.
Is it? I think it goes.
It is tightening.
Yeah.
They're setting
So I
up
think maybe
the
that's-
rig on the Steadicam. The
So,
Steadicam
how do we
is a thing that we'll see Grant wear. It's an arm that connects to a vest, and this gives us the ability to move and give some floating camera feel. You've definitely seen Steadicam in the past or in productions that you have watched. You just dropped the equipment and no big deal. I think it was just the connector, not the actual device.
Tighten. Because we want.
If you look at the camera,
that-
you can
we want
see
it
how
like
it's
that.
kind of
So
wobbling. The
going
wind
all
is
the way around
affecting
to be
it,
tight
but
that way.
also once they put all the equipment on, they have
So
to
then you wanna
properly
loosen
balance it, or else it
this
won't properly
tighten it.
float. We're basically trying to hide that handheld movement that you do when you walk with something. Like we're looking right now on this behind the scenes camera. We would get rid of all of the up and down actions. Here we see David and Michaela, our actors, preparing to learn the dance for the musical.
So we go side, middle, side, pivot.
Yes.
So we go one.
Both are actors with experience of stage experience, so
Are we going from the top?
used to dancing and some singing.
Meet in the middle. Side, middle.
These shoots are very fun to be on, great to be part of the team, great to be able to see the equipment and work with the equipment. So I always recommend if you can at least attend one of these throughout the semester, you'd really enjoy it. You can see our set. We have about 10 to 15 people getting ready, doing all different types of jobs.
So we have, we need 2 outs. One to the terror deck and one.
There's our sandbags holding up our 1K light, which will simulate moonlight. Sandbags keep our C-stands in place, especially important when we're in a windy situation. This was filmed on March 3rd, so, just in between storms, but still windy and cold.
So right about when sunset is, which is
Sophie there is our director. You can see Sophie's working with assistant director and a scriptie who manages to follow the script, and the assistant director keeps everything on track. Grant is teaching the rest of our team who wants to learn how to become Steadicam operators.
This pin into this.
If you take a wrong turn, it makes you back to go right. If you keep going straight, you go to moving home.
So
After the footage is done, there's actually 30 minutes of drone footage worth watching at the end. So if you want to skip forward to the drone footage, you get to see a bird's eye view
what
of
is one? Is that
several
the dance?
parts.
That's the wide dance. So at the Barndoor station.
You can see we're
I think it's
starting.
fine for now.
Our 1K there is a very hot light, unlike the LEDs, which don't really get that hot. You need to be careful with the
We're just trying to
1Ks.
simulate a street light
See,
here.
there's our
I like this.
scene. Our sun is setting. There's some haze. We're trying to get as less clouds as possible, but we're working with the elements that were there. So you can see we're actually in front of Grant's house there, and we're drawing power from his house. When you're shooting outside, you definitely need a power source. You can see the stingers, aka power cables, when we look back at the lights running into Grant's house. So we were able to control this environment. This is Grant's driveway as well, and he's got a very nice view, as you can see. So we really have the ideal shooting environment. Also, oh look, there's my kids showed up on set. You can hear my mom talking.
A lot of people don't even know this exists. There's my daughter. I'm gonna just twist it away. I can bring it down.
There we go. You can see they're adjusting right now. I have to get up on the set. Gotta be careful with the hot lights. See Nick doing his work as a gaffer.
And maybe a little more. Yeah, and then also push away, like towards the dancers. How hot is it? And I want to go.
This school is giving me death things. I'm trying to think, is it matching with the music? And it feels like it never is.
It never is. It's not.
So
Let's just.
flip it at this point. I don't even like,
Okay. So we're going.
The actor's trying to learn the dancing.
Scoot.
Oh my god, she's spinning. Oh wow.
Open.
We'll end up filming the dancing at least 7 different times in different angles, so it'll all be edited and cut. They're trying to get it as perfect. They're used to working on the stage, getting it as perfect as possible. And, I think the intention is kind of a more La La Land feel in this musical, so it's a longer cut, longer take, rather. So as much as they could get perfect, the better it's going to look.
Yeah, we'll see.
Again, we really are waiting on sunset for the real action to happen, but you can see a lot of setup and prep.
Bring that in, keep that in. We're going to need as much light as possible. You can see how that's a bit of a parachute and it's moving because of the wind.
Yeah.
So this one's not so bad.
Go ahead, save.
Yeah.
You can hear Grant concerned about the lights being up because of okay. Now we are getting into rehearsal. So Grant is wearing the Steadicam. You can see the arm, the arm right here Sorry, my voice is a little scratchy. I've been sick. The arm is out holding up the Steadicam, and that arm has a spring in it. And that spring actually means that it's going to help steady him. You can see me and another person on the set are practice dancing as just stand-ins. So the Steadicam operator is definitely a talent, a skill that takes a lot of practice to get really good at it. Grant has got a ton of time in the vest, so much so that that's probably why his back hurts most of the time. Just kidding. But really, Steadicam operator back is something that will hurt a lot. You can see practice, just need some practice. And the second that we're not practicing, Grant for sure wants to take the Steadicam off and put it on the stand so he can save his back as much as possible.
You're gonna have to be in front of the camera.
You can see the light there shining. You can see it's starting to get dark, so we're simulating our moonlight, or street light actually. Oops, I said moonlight earlier, but that was going to be a street lamp.
This is shot one.
Yeah, just first name.
We're getting ready for the shot one. Looks like we're getting in there for as good of a sunset as we have possible.
Where it says no, there. Shot one. Oh.
Doing some stretches, nice calisthenics there, David Bloomfield. Always good something to do on the set.
It has to be cold in there.
You can see we're already getting cold. We got the blankets out.
You're like, yeah.
Always be prepared when you're a crew member. Bring a jacket, bring extras. You never know what the environment's going to be like. And usually the blankets and stuff are for your cast members who are stuck in their costumes no matter how cold it is. I'm kind of being an assistant director to Sophie on this set.
No slouchy.
It looks like we're going to do our first take. Our slate's going out there for a marker for Grant.
Quickly check focus.
We're checking focus.
That look good?
Yes.
Focus good? Yeah.
Sophie, of course, the director, and the assistant director, and James there are all standing, watching the view from Grant's, and we're losing light as the sun sets. So we have a very short time window, even though we spent hours setting up.
They doing anything?
Nope.
That's it. You're the movement, Grant. You want me to go in tighter? Out. You're moving out, Grant.
Our first shot, just an establishing shot.
And cut.
Okay. You gotta do quickly because we're gonna lose the light. You happy or you want another take?
I want to do one more.
Okay. Let's get the slate going.
Can we start in even more, like on the sunset almost? On the sky?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Come on, slate, quickly.
come on,
Let's go.
come on.
Let's go.
Camera rolling.
You hear the urgency in our voices.
And action.
We're not recording sound at this point, so that's why people are talking. You never heard any quiet on the set. Grant's slow move, everything that he's holding is all technique that he's learned from doing hours and hours of it, of Steadicam.
What shot?
This is gonna be shot 6.
Shot 6, take 1.
Sun's good now. We want to go quickly.
Change it to 6 and 1.
Yes, I think so.
Yep.
Do you want me to stand up before the music or after?
Like
Actors about to dance.
action, so you're gonna start sitting and then stand, and I'm gonna and then
Excuse me. Probably should edit that out. Let's see if I remember to.
Hey, Slate, remember, after you do that, when you come back,
this is what we
quickly
rehearsed.
avoid going through the lights, because that'll actually affect his camera.
So this is a wide 2 shot for the whole thing, correct?
Yes.
Okay, are we ready?
I'm just cueing the music, and I'm ready.
Okay, center. Okay, film. Camera speed.
Take one. Move away, Slade. Okay, come on.
I'll be all the way turn on the lights.
Gonna see one take of
Yeah.
the dance number from the musical genre project coming up right now. Looks like we're shooting the crew with the behind the scene camera. Here comes Grant, you can see he's moving. But we're still
Reset, don't
focused here.
cut.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Still rolling. And
Take 2. Actually, we didn't cut, so it's still one cut. One take. Scene take. Got wide, you can see Grant coming in. Here we go. Some behind the scenes. Using a song from The Greatest Showman to be the temp song for the musical. We're gonna make an adjustment after this, but Grant is dangerously walking backwards, not knowing where he's walking, trying to just fit the shot, and all of us are standing there doing nothing where we could be like, hey, watch out, watch out.
cut.
Okay, someone, you gotta take this quick.
Take this quick, he said, because it's hurting his back. There we go, he got it taken apart.
The whole time I was afraid I was gonna trip on the light. Someone's gotta guide me.
Grant stretching his back.
And tell me how far back. The whole time.
So there's a part where you kind of
Michaela, it's Michaela, right? Do you want a blanket in between?
I'm okay.
Are you sure? 'Cause I'm looking at you going,
Sophie working with her camera person to determine what she wants as her director's vision.
I don't know who you're focusing on, but if you want to stand
over there.
So
Okay.
she's on the right.
you can see.
And I want to have you guys start from sitting down. So all of the action, and then I'm gonna play the music. So on action, you guys stand up and do your whole thing, and then I'll play the music. And action.
We're seeing Sophie directing.
Restart. Yep, reset, no cut.
So unless it's cut, you know.
And action.
Nice shot of this angle of the take. We can see Grant. Pretty cool. We can kind of see Grant's monitor and what he's doing. Nice wide shot. If you look at the bottom of the Steadicam, you can see there's some weights and a counterbalance.
And cut.
It's a cool take.
Good job, guys.
That was it, guys. That was awesome.
Want to do one more for safety? doing singles.
I want to do singles now.
Singles?
Yeah.
Okay. And so who's first?
Let's do Michaela first.
So,
What shot is it?
I'm
This is gonna be
shooting.
6A.
I'm shooting closer, but I'm also shooting.
Is there audio?
Sophie, I'm shooting
No audio.
more.
Okay.
Sophie, I'm shooting more in this direction, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear the crew communicating. We're doing singles now, which means we're going to do close-ups on individual actors. So focusing on Michaela ones, focusing on David, just giving yourself opportunities to edit.
Remember, put your hand in between.
Especially with something choreographed like this.
Ready?
Roll camera.
Roll camera. Speed.
6A, take 2.
And hold on, sorry. And action.
By the angle Grant's standing, we can tell he's focusing on Michaela rather than David. It's almost like Grant's dancing with him too. I got my hands there to make sure Grant's not gonna step into the curb.
Notes.
There we go. You can see they're pulling the Steadicam off of Grant, give him a break, while Sophie can make another decision.
Ending is what I really
supposed to have a
want to
gap right
capture of her.
Her face.
Yeah, her face on that ending part.
And so you want me in just in closer,
Well,
tighter shot?
it's the part right here where she's coming forward like this. This part, I
know.
feel like we didn't capture as
Oh,
much
you want
of
me to
it.
face it this way?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So at what point does she start to come this direction? When their hands, when they're facing each other, she turns,
Yeah. They're facing each other.
right?
Yeah.
When you start to go this way, they're facing each other, and then you turn away and start to go?
For the like
Diagonal. Yeah.
yeah, we're here and then pivot.
Okay, so when they're the two hands, I'm going to move from behind her, so she'll be coming at me.
Yeah.
Got it?
Good job.
And yeah.
Let me the thing
Okay.
change.
Yep, take 2.
It's out of focus. Yeah. Sorry, that I
Roll camera.
It's a wide.
Speed.
But thank you.
6A, take 2.
See, everybody's offering their advice, and the director takes it after they say that.
Set.
That's what's the good about being on the environment of a learning set like we are. On most sets, the crew doesn't even get to talk to the director. Doing a full nother take. It's hard to tell with our camera here, but we are slowly losing our light as the sun sets. We're in what's called the golden hour. The golden hour is the hour of sunset. Basically, you get the best light. It's extremely warm and directional light. It's the perfect time to film outside. Golden hour happens twice a day, sunrise and sunset. You can see our director, assistant director, and scripty, the rest of the crew all standing there monitoring, seeing what's happening. here, we got the drone footage. It's going to start right here. If you go to the end, I compiled all the drone footage at the end. Instead of integrating it, just you can probably get double up and get a couple different images. But you're able to see a bird's eye view, and it's cool, very cool drone footage.
Okay, here we go, Slate.
Roll camera.
Well, camera means record, so the person who's operating camera operator, would hit record at that point. You can hear the drone flying in the background.
Camera rolling? Okay. And action.
The drone did make it. We all had to talk louder. Fortunately, we flew the drone because we weren't recording audio. Didn't need. The drone would be extremely distracting. If you can't tell, this scene is inspired from, or inspired by La La Land. Those of us familiar with Greatest Showman know that in that movie they were high wire, trapeze. The great Zac Efron and Zendaya. Cold cut, good take, I think.
I think I'm ready to move on because I really want to get something else.
This is just one. This is all the dancing. We're done with dancing now.
Well, what I really want to get while the light is still really pretty is just a nice sticks close up of the dip at the end and on their faces.
We can do that in Steadicam too.
I'd rather do it on sticks, so it's really
Trying to decide. Sticks means on a tripod. And we are currently telling Sophie that if we switch from sticks to tripod, it will take a while.
Focus has been not good on every take of them being close up.
Okay, then so we'll focus it, and as we, so let's get a stool or a chair for her.
There's a stool right there.
We need a chair so she can sit, so we can get it. Let's put it on here, and then you're gonna set focus.
On.
No, we're good.
Is that where it's gonna be? And who am I focusing on?
Where do
Her?
you guys end up?
Generally over here.
So if you can just sit, put it, and as if you're, until we're ready. So am I focusing on her?
Both together.
So what framing you want?
Shooting a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
You want a two-shot, right? So.
A two-shot of them.
You can see they're setting up. Even though we're dancing, we're getting into a position to use the chair so that they can act like they were dipping without having to be in a dip the whole time. This allows our camera operator to set the focus and know where the focus needs to be.
Especially with
Roll it, AD.
like this, there's a lot of like in and out.
Take one.
And action.
All that for one shot.
Reset.
Let's see. Reset. The director's not happy.
And action. Still looks soft to me. It looks really soft.
Soft means out of focus. So when you say your shot's soft, means you check your focus.
But that's what I'm looking
And I would almost just stay in the position and let them dig into you. Okay?
for. All right,
We're
let's
still rolling.
reset. Still rolling?
Still rolling.
And action. Cut. Love it.
There you go.
Happy?
She loved the shot.
I felt that.
Because of light, really? Because like all we're dancing is on a still thing, right? You tell me if you want to move on. We're fine.
Just discussing. I had an idea for a shot, and Sophie denied it, but she's the director. I'm just offering suggestions on set as an instructor. Usually you don't do that to your director, but
I kind of want to get one more.
you can see she has more priorities on what she wants to get. So
Yes. Okay, so and I'm going to go at them.
Sophie's a very experienced director, so and really good director, has a distinct vision. So you can trust that Sophie knows what's going on all times. Just offering a different vision that I see as a director and a filmmaker
That's
in my own
why we
right.
had soft focus, because the f-stop had changed.
Yep, Grant's just bringing up something that our focus wasn't as crisp as it could have been because the f-stop got changed from where he had set it.
No, it was just the last one I mean.
So the lower the f-stop,
We need to walk this light in.
the more focus you can get. So he was trying to be at an f4, I believe. I'm walking the light in. You can see I take off some sandbags so I can lift it and carefully move it, since the lights are on big on arms and we are dealing with wind. Also, I'm a weakling, no upper body strength.
More on them if we can.
How's that?
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Okay, can we go?
Yeah.
Roll
All right.
camera.
Roll camera real quick.
Is camera rolling?
Yeah.
And action.
We can see the monitor in the shot, which is fun. See what they're seeing. Look at that sunset. Beautiful. The cloud cover actually
Cut.
gives us.
Anything different?
No, I liked it.
You want to do any? You want to try something?
I kind of want to get playback on the on something to make sure that like we're not getting fuzzy focus.
She's nervous about focus since we figured out the issue with the f-stop.
Shot 6. Can we get
Playback, so they're basically playing back what they recorded, and she's checking her focus on the shot and determining whether or not she wants something else. I was there, so I know what ends up happening. No spoilers, but pretty sure they end up shooting the whole dancing again. As an actor, you can also notice they did a lot of bench sitting. They had to dance a bunch, but also they just sat there and waited on the crew. That's the life of the actor, sitting there and waiting on the crew. filmmaking is like one of the most collaborative artworks you can do. You have to involve so many people, and that's what I think is really great. It's not only like an art; it's a science. There's technical elements, and both mechanical. Um, all I think it's one of the greatest art forms, but I am biased because I am a film professor and a film lover. It's what I went to school to study for. So, it'd be amazing if your film instructor, was like, film's not that important of an art. Painting's better. Painting's good. I'm not disparaging painting. I wish I could paint or draw or any of those things, but I think that filmmaking is the culmination of art. It incorporates so many different elements of artwork, of different styles of art, in order to create something brilliant.
See the little LED lights?
For the film lovers, I really recommend checking out Fablemans or Babylon, both movies about making movies that are just, as people who are studying filmmaking, I think you would appreciate them more. You can see there's Nick in the back operating his drone, flying the drone footage we're seeing. You can see Grant and I are checking out, we're using our app to check out where the sun is setting, I believe. Oh, never mind. I wasn't using app. I have a little light that I'm using to light their faces. And I'm going to move with Grant so I don't get in the shot. Just a little LED light hits their faces and brightens up. Can we reset? That means let's go back to start, is what Sophie says and means. So they're going to quickly go back without cutting. As you can see, James is there fixing the focus. I'm getting back into position. Rewrite the stars. Oops. Forgot I was recording for a second. I like this song. Got my hand out. Being like, Grant, watch out. Don't step in this thing. You can see James is over there.
I like that one best.
Yeah, that one was really good.
Good job, Grant. Good dancing. Good job, everybody.
Is it audio for the sitting?
Yeah, we need to get audio.
So we're moving on from Steadicam. We're going to go audio sitting.
Two-shot and an extreme close-up.
So everything's now on sticks?
Yeah.
Everything's on sticks, meaning we're transferring the camera from the Steadicam to a tripod. As you can see, the amount of time. Sophie's working with our actors, getting ready to record the singing parts. Fun stuff on set.
Yes, my body tends to keep coming out. I've just been like scrunching it. Does it look fine, or do we need to
Checking our hair and our...
I'm 10 on that.
Yeah, and that might need to go up, and the one in front. What is the
You
one
can see
in front?
now we have
Yeah,
set
take
up a
it to
light.
10.
We put the camera on the tripod, and it's getting progressively darker. So now, since we're on the tripod, we're not moving as much. We're going to shoot all the close-ups and use the light and shoot day for night,
Purple's at 20.
night for day.
And we're gonna need to move
We're gonna
this light.
we're gonna film it
square
like
in
it's
front of
still sunset. Excuse me. We're gonna film it like it's still sunset. So using the light, even though it's getting darker, and we're able to do that because it's easier to light the close-ups and stuff like this. We got all the dancing right at the golden magic hour.
No.
Have you guys mastered the dialogue because you guys done it so many times?
We have mastered
Yeah, like
We changed it the first time. Actually, you know what? Like the wording sometimes changes by the littlest bit.
Yeah.
So
What about framing? Are you liking the framing?
Framing, of
Do we need
course,
more
is
backlight?
what we
Do we
see
need more
in the
backlight?
frame of the still. How is the shot composition? Is what's Grant.
You want
is
more of the
asking.
purple or the just?
Can you hold still just a little bit? Right there.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're at 10 and 20.
So towards her. So you're opening your pulling your
Cheating.
Right shoulder back.
So
You're
can you
raising
cheat
your
your
right
body? That means can you move your body? A lot of time we film, it's not going to be supernatural at all. And not by supernatural, I don't mean like that show or like turning into a werewolf. I mean that it's not how you would sit or move naturally. You're going to move what looks the best for the filming. So what that ends up looking natural for the filming. So can you cheat, which means turn your body more towards the camera, even though like you wouldn't naturally sit that way or look that way, but we're cheating it for the camera. That's what cheating means.
No, I think it's good right there.
It's basically David on this shot. This David's the one we care about.
Okay.
And if Sophie likes it on him, we're good.
Sophie, do you want any more purple?
So from the angle of the camera and from what Grant just said, we can determine that this shot is David's close-ups. David, the actor.
So you just want a little bit of her.
They're adjusting their shots and getting ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look at you, but as far as like cueing in.
Do we know what the f-stop is on that?
Looking maybe kind of the head, the moss, the eyes, just kind of.
You don't have to be. We don't need deep focus, so we can go all the way to. Can you show me? Is it
Because we can't stand
here that we're seeing it?
Yeah, it's right there.
Run it. We're basically trying to hide.
Deep focus means a lot of stuff in focus.
How's that? Does that get rid of it?
Adjusting their
We're getting
lightings.
some at the top too.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that plane we're looking. I think.
Sophie, we'll see this.
This will be. Whoa.
It's just none of that. It's just the silver.
There is a circle in that. So I believe it.
The only other thing is you can bring the camera this way slightly.
Yeah,
Basically, if you just rotate it here, and then
Let me go see in the monitor. Well, this isn't not too long.
there. I mean, I'm not seeing anything. We can strike this. Not adding.
Yeah, I'm ready
You see,
to
it's
roll.
definitely darker. She's ready to roll, means it's ready to go.
Just watch out for the chair backing out.
We have
No,
our
I just
boom
saw it
mic
right now.
operator right there. Grant's adjusting the boom for the boom operator. Means we're recording audio on this take.
I'll mix you, boom.
I'll mix you boom. So whoever's booming is holding the boom mic. The mixer is listening and mixing the different mics that are being recorded.
You're gonna want it as close as they allow you to get it.
This stay
So
in this
in
frame.
there is gonna work.
You can see the boom will be as close as possible. Has a wind sock on it. That's the fuzzy thing that's around the microphone. The wind sock helps reduce wind noise, especially outside. You need that.
kind of the direction that I want you to look for this. And I think we're ready.
Is the sunset intense enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so this time we're gonna be like this. Scene one, take two. You're gonna hold it up. You're gonna hold there for a second to focus, and then you're gonna
Try not to move your head any
in
past.
front of the drop. No, just.
Any past this way.
So what that does is it gives a chance to sing sound.
Exactly where your head is.
Okay.
Try not to move it like over that.
And you're gonna have to stand. You're gonna have to put it almost on Michaela's head to get it in there, because that needs to be in frame. Yeah. So your best bet would probably be to walk in front of Dave real quick, do it, and then quickly step out of the way of all the light. And remember, as soon as you back out, you're gonna want to get out of the purple light. Hold it about 3 inches closer to David's face. There you go. Yeah,
You can see the purple light kind of signifies moonlight.
We haven't we're not rolling.
No, I was practicing. I was showing how to do it with audio.
Yeah, with audio. So are we ready to?
We're good now?
Roll audio? Okay. Cameras,
Quiet on set.
Roll camera.
Speed. Scene 2, take 1.
Action.
You know what they say about sunrises and sunsets. Things like this can be a bit of a mystery.
It's fun to hear the lines from the genre project as lyrics. Grant's wearing a headset there, mixing the audio.
Cut.
Boom is super in frame. Yeah. So if you can just move down.
Boom was in frame, means we're going to do another take. Boom in frame means that we could see the little bit in the shot. Sophie's over here talking to her DP, which is James.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're obscured by her head.
But she moves her head sometimes, so that's why we're still seeing.
You're not afraid of it hurting like easier than they were
Oh, I told straight top all the way. Making sure you use your dial.
I'm not telling you to do that, I'm just giving you ideas.
I make it get like super low. It's like pushing through.
Okay. I think I would like for more the beginning you're looking away, but only just at the beginning, and then you're really looking at her and focusing on her. Because we're getting so much beautiful light on your face when you turn, but we're kind of like losing a lot of your emotion when you're looking away.
Right, I'll keep looking out there for you.
Yeah. So really it's just like out there, kind of look at her a little bit, and then it's all about her.
Yes, understood.
And then as far as singing, any notes?
Singing sounds great.
Singing sounds great. Do another take.
Roll camera.
Speed. Scene 2, take 2.
And action.
You know what they say about sunrises and sunsets. Things like this can be a bit of a mystery.
Cut.
I don't know. It's like a little
I legit think you guys picked up that cow.
David, I really love what you're doing at the end. I think, and you look fabulous, and your singing is great. Audio sounds really good. Can you give me a little bit more, like, right at the beginning? I want you to start that singing, that first singing line, and you're looking at her.
Understood.
So, yeah, so.
Great example of a director working with the actors. The director's primary duty is actors' performances, but also, we know on a set, the director is involved in a lot of different elements.
And then my second line, I decide I'm looking at her, and I'm looking at her the rest of the time.
I want all of your lines that you're looking at her.
All of them.
Mm-hmm. So you're looking away. You could kind of look at her and take your time, you know. And then when you turn around, that's an important moment. Do you know what they say about sunrises and sunsets? You finally have gotten.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Okay, so I just start look at her, like say nothing.
Speed.
Roll camera.
Camera speed.
Scene 2, take 3.
Different angle. Take 3.
Action!
Thumbs up. Check the skies. That's the second time the Jets came in on the audio.
Oh, did you pick it up?
My drone can't, but I got really good eyes. I can see at night really well, so I can watch the approach direction.
I mean, I'm hearing that one right now, so.
Same seat, take 4?
Yeah.
They're hearing jets in the sky. So when you're shooting outside, you definitely have to pay attention for
I think
air travel.
All right, we're gonna roll. Roll audio.
Speed.
Roll camera.
And move you head back a teeny bit. That's your mark. Okay. Action.
Mark is the spot on the ground where the actors have to move. So a mark would be telling David where to look. Okay, see that thing? That's where you have to look, so your face is the perfect position in the frame.
It was fine. Because all you care about is when they're singing or speaking,
Yeah.
and it was fine.
And it really, I'm only cared about him for this.
Right.
We're gonna move on.
And it was just single of her now.
Yeah. Single
We're moving
person,
on,
and then
so
one other shot.
done with David, moving to Michaela's close-ups. I'm ready for my close-up. It's a famous line from a movie. What movie, you might ask? Well, Sunset Boulevard. Great film.
No.
Strong recommend.
I need to shift purple.
I'm worried that the camera might cast a shadow. I think I would try.
If you're really dedicated and interested into filmmaking, not only making it, being on set is important, but also having like good film literacy. And what does that mean? That means like watching movies. And really, the more movies you watch, the more you learn about filmmaking, the more you learn what you like and don't like. You know, we all have different opinions and we all like different movies. But there's just some movies that are objectively great because of technical aspects. Maybe you don't like the script, but or you don't like the story, you don't like an actor. But some movies are undeniable masterpieces. So consider, I always say to students, consider like at least trying to knock off some of like the movies that are considered all-time great films. Just so you have a more intense film literacy.
That one day we did it, but I did the other way. This looks intentional.
You can see they're adjusting light for, and they move the camera to the other side for Michaela.
Okay, how's the light look?
We're good.
Out. Do you want the key light down a little bit? You want it a tiny bit?
Yeah.
So it's at 7?
Yep.
Can you put it at 5?
5. That's on 27. Phil.
Can you actually look at David's ear? Yeah, that's your mark.
Her mark is looking at David's ear, something you wouldn't do
With David, kind of don't move your head too much.
naturally on the set.
The plane.
Or in real life. On the set, you're going to look at wherever they're going to tell you to look at.
Am I still primarily looking forward and just kind of glancing at him every once in a while, or do you want me to like eye contact the whole way through? Like,
I want this to be really. You could take your time. But I want you to. I want to try something. So
there
you're kind of
4
like.
buttons on the side.
You're not
really
giving
the
him
only one I ever touch is
attention.
the top one and the bottom one. The top
You're looking
one is
away,
magnify,
but then every time
so
you
it
say a line, you kind
punches
of like.
way in. So you basically, like if we had this right
Yeah.
now, we would be
like
suddenly looking at her
playfully, or
eyeball.
like
And that allows you to focus. really
Got
well.
Grant describing the use of the red camera, and we have Sophie doing direction with the actors, and you got me talking over all of it, giving you commentary.
We're just trying to get like more of a clear.
I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, focus is really important. So, all right. Do a quick audio check. If you sing your lines, Sarah.
You need some help?
Yeah.
Walton, check your ears.
Check your ears means take off your headset. I'm going to mess with the mic.
Okay, good. Thank you. Speed. Roll camera.
Speed means
Scene 3, take 1.
roll audio speed, roll camera, rolling. Got her slate. Got a cut. Here's some more notes.
And when the coyotes come in, they make noises. So.
We've got some animal noises in the background. I heard that.
When you're singing.
oh, when I'm like singing at him, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at the end, kind of. I want to see more like, oh my God, it's you.
Okay, so I'm like.
Like you're not happy.
Sophie is also a great actor, so Sophie knows how to speak to other actors as far as like giving great notes with a director. Most directors have taken some acting class. Oh, we can see right there what's going on with that light? Well, he's holding what's called a bounce board, and you can hold a white board and it reflects the light. It's just giving a little more light in that direction.
Action.
Probably filling in some shadows.
You're gonna do another pair of stuff. Okay, awesome.
I know that I think, but it kind of matches him.
Perfect. I didn't see the other stuff, so. You had a close up?
No. This is the cake that's really making it into the genre project.
From what end? Behind?
Yeah.
Looks like they're happy with those takes and changing their shots.
On her knee or on the seat? It's like being...
It's like, okay, so it's like a progression. So when it's done like this, this is how it was when you established the shot. And it's like, you know, they say that sunrises and sunsets. Things like this can be. I've been on this.
Really?
MOS, you can stand up.
We can't do the velociraptor.
It's looking at the hand. Oh yeah, it's gotta be like, we're just, you know.
Do you want it leaning over straight down, or do you want it...
Trying to determine the shot.
Okay, so we're gonna have to change the lens to see what you need. So what we're
And
gonna...
I think I don't really want it as extreme close-up as I thought.
So we're going to put two legs up and one down, and we're going to need to lean, so the camera's not going to be balanced.
Yeah.
So we're going to be leaning over, and you might even need to pick up the back leg to get it to lean forward. But we're looking down, and this is a 35. We might end up putting on like the 50. If we did something. Let's see. So something like that.
It's right on the bone.
No, you hang in there. And then we're gonna just pick it up and do it.
We're not leaning back.
Yeah.
But wait, you know what? Sometimes you gotta get in weird positions, but it works.
Yeah.
And then it's just like this. Yeah. Can we have your hand?
See, getting to the end of the shot, everyone's getting tired and cold.
Just kind of beside your leg on the table, on the bench. So.
Okay, that's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Oh yeah, I've translucent. Oh, perfect.
Dots.
We're changing our lens, it looks like.
This is MOS, correct?
Shot 4.
MOS means without sound. Without sound. It's we're gonna record without audio. MOS. Meet out sound.
So let's see some hand acting.
Hand acting.
Jewelry commercial after this.
It must be a close up of a hand holding.
No.
You know what they do say about sunrises and sunsets? Things like these can be a bit of a mystery.
Yeah, we're figuring out slate.
Oh,
right
you
now.
will. You will.
Put your hands in between it. Hands in between it. Remember, hands in between the clap. Because this is MOS. Yes. And then you
He's
don't
just
put it
showing
down,
for
you leave it
proper
in there.
slating.
That's how
We don't do the clapper on an MOS. We put our fingers in between the slate and the clapper, since there's no sync point needed.
Scene 4, take 1.
check yourself before you wreck yourself.
And action.
So
That's a wrap, folks.
Yay, it's done. Final shot. All right, well, just because you get
Hey,
It's a Wrap
this
called
is a big deal because this is the last of the genre films.
the last of the genre films. Or is it? Dun, dun, dun. Well, that It's a Wrap doesn't really mean it's a wrap on a set. It means we're done filming, the principals are done, the actors are done, but when you work on a set, you have to clean up. So that's a big thing. You want to become a official crew member and really valued on set, then I strongly recommend staying and helping put everything away. Not only will Grant and I note it, we will appreciate it. Our drone footage is starting now, thanks to Nick. You can see coming up. I'm going to end my commentary, but you can continue to check out some cool drone footage of everything that has happened. Just an eagle-eyed view of everything. Oh God, I think I was worried that you're gonna get eagle-eye view of me there. But we're setting up the Steadicam there, and you can see that this is prior to everything we just watched. So take a look. If you have any questions or comments for Grant and me, please comment. This Friday, we will be filming in studio, so make sure if you can get there, we'll be filming yet another genre project in studio starting at 10 a.m. Yep. So hope you can make it. Make sure be in the studio this Friday. Thank you so much. Bye.